about a year ago, we put out a video on using a certain type of ammo and how it could land you in jail, if not prison, for a long time. Well, what are we talking about? Now, I do want to take a moment before we get going and, of course, thank our sponsor, Jace Medical, for not only supporting this channel, but really making what I believe to be by far the best prep a person could purchase, which is having emergency antibiotics and all sorts of different emergency antibiotics on hand, as well as your chronic meds. There's certain meds that I have to take every day. I have a year's supply now, just sitting there in case I need it. It doesn't supplement what I continue to get from my doctor. It's just sitting there waiting for me in the event I ever need it. That link is below. Save $10 with a coupon code. Again, what I believe to be by far the best prep you can possibly make right now. So now back to the ammo. Well, what are we talking about here? Well, there are certain types of ammo that's being banned across this country depending on where you live. And kind of what I'm getting at is if you find yourself in a self-defense situation and you end up on the good side of that self-defense situation and the other person is dead, and you have certain ammo in your gun, specifically things that certain types of ammo that brag about how destructive they could be, like Hornady, there's a certain Hornady kind of ammo called zombie killer. Don't put that in your gun. There's other Hornady ammo that is the exact same ammo, it's just not zombie killer. I guarantee you put zombie killer in your gun and you actually kill somebody, they're going to try you for murder depending on where you live. So what I recommend is you begin to look at what it is your state is doing as far as banning certain types of ammo. And then I would just kind of find your way around that. Now, I always recommend something like Federal ammo. They make some great ammo, but the Federal kind of has just a generic name. It's not going to catch the attention of any prosecutors for the most part, unless it happens to be on the list of banned ammo. But generally speaking, it's not going to raise eyebrows. And it's extremely effective, just as good as Hornady zombie killer. It just doesn't advertise how destructive it is. And that's really kind of the point of this video is, we obviously want to have very effective self-defense ammo in our firearms as we go out in the world, conceal and carrying. So it's important that you just take a moment and kind of think to yourself, well, what would a prosecutor think about this ammo in the event I find myself in a self-defense shooting situation? What is this going to look like? Is it going to look like I consciously tried to find the most destructive ammo possibly? Now, even if you did, you don't want it to look that way. And that's what ammo like zombie killer does, is it advertises it, and that's what you need to avoid. So more than ever before, goodness gracious, again, I made this video about a year ago, but man, more than ever before, you need to really check yourself on what kind of ammo you're putting in that firearm, because if you're in a self-defense situation and prosecutors are looking at what kind of ammo you use, you want to be very straightforward. Good, solid Federal round. Self-defense ammo is a great one. You throw in zombie killer in there, you're in big trouble in most places. So any thoughts or insight on that, definitely put that below. Would like to take a moment and say, if you feel called to be a supporter of this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.